Alrighty, good morning, I'm Dave. Today I'm going to throw together a quick 10 minutes of just moving the body, flossing through the hips, the tight spots. So if you've played a lot of sport on the weekend and you're a bit sore, if you've been at your desk for too long, just find some movement in your day. 10 minutes, that's all it is. It's the time it takes to walk to the kitchen and get a coffee. It's the time it takes to go to the bathroom. 10 minutes, that's it. You can do it. So come around, we'll start on all fours. Got my timer going, so we're on the clock. We'll start with some cat-cows or some undulations through the spine. As we lift through the back, we push into the hands and then we lift in the chest. Just rippling through the spine like a cobra. Coming forwards. Like a wave crashing onto the beach. Find some undulation between the vertebrae in the spine. As the shoulders come forwards, the head can lift. And then we go back and the head can drop. Look between the knees, lift between the shoulder blades, find some stretch. Now let's break from the linear. You can find some side routine. Side movement. Hips can pop out to the side. Just rotate around the wrists. Maybe all the way around the wrists. Especially good if you've been typing all day, stressful day. Flossing through your wrists. Maybe put the fingers to face back towards the knee just for a second. A couple more of those cat-cows. Getting all the synovial fluid in the spine moving. Getting ready, maybe 10 minutes before your first date, maybe 10 minutes before you go out clubbing and you want to get that movement in. So we'll come sitting down. I'm in a 90-90 position here. So my front knee 90 degrees, my back knee is about 90 degrees. And we're going to floss through our hips. Get that Elvis pelvis ready. Ready for work, ready for cycling. And I simply keep contact with my heels on the ground. I change the weight from butt cheek to butt cheek, keeping as tall as I can and rotating through the hips. Whatever feels good for now. And at the end of this 10 minutes, we'll see how we feel, if anything's changed. So a couple more like that. Trying to focus on being as tall as you can, feeling sensation in the hips. And then when we come back to that first side, or any side, doesn't really matter. Pause for a second and we'll creep our fingers forwards and we'll get into that glute. We'll find a little bit of a glute action stretch going on here. And once again, break from the form. You can come out and you can walk towards the foot or away from the foot. Find an angle that works for you and breathe into it. Another couple of seconds here. Let the neck go, let the tension go, melt in. It's time for relaxing, active stretching. We'll walk the fingers back in. Lift the knees up, tall as you can. Bear sit, going through the bear sit. We'll come into the other side, 90-90. You want the bonus challenge, you can go down, no hands at all. But make sure your sit bones feel connected with the ground. And you can come forwards, no hands at all. And when you get there, melting over that front leg. You dedicated yourself 10 minutes to be here. You should be proud of yourself. Good stuff. Getting those hips nice and loose, limber, ready for whatever comes next. You can creep around to the other side. Find a position that works for you. Find a position that makes you say, oh shit, and stay there a little bit longer. Walk the feet back in, bring the knees together, and we'll come around all fours. We'll find a crouch at the back of our mat. So crouch is kind of like a squat, my heels are lifted, reaching forwards, just bouncing around here. Maybe finding it in the back, some doming in the back there in your back. Come forwards, downward dog, pedal your feet out. Heels going towards the ground. And keep pedaling your feet up, maybe take them a little bit wider, something a bit different. And then we'll swivel the hips, swivel the heels to the left, keeping both hands equal contact, equal pressure. We'll go the other way, swivel the hips to the right. Same thing, maybe opening up into that side body. We'll walk to the front of the mat, tiptoe, and we'll come to a forward fold. Let it hang out. Give your neck a little wobble side to side, check in, swallow, see if you're holding any tension in your mouth. You can grab opposite elbow. Bit of side to side here, a little bit of swaying. Hands contact with the ground, step the left foot back, drop the knee, come up into your lunge, say hello to your hip. Find an angle that works, and I generally find sometimes a little bit of that sideways action. So if I crack an angle, I hit against it, flossing that hip. Then open up, left arm reaches to the front of the room, right arm turning towards whatever knee you have forwards. Open up through those shoulders. Both arms come back, take your knees back, and swap it around. Bring the left leg forward this time. Once again, flossing through your hip. Leaning over to the side. Right hand reaches forwards. The left hand reaching to the back of the room. Just pause here for a quick second. Won't be here too long. Breathe deeply into the hip. You can use your breathing to even accentuate the stretch just that little bit more. Both hands ground. Coming forward, step into a squat. Squatting down, knees bend 90 degrees. Little light bounces here, and then straighten the legs. Let the neck hang heavy. Relax the upper body. And again, bend into the knees. Little bounces. Test the range of motion. Coming back up. This time we're going to stay standing, so I've got my right foot forward, take my left leg back, coming into a low lunge position, bit of knee bend in this back leg, hips are stacked, head's tall, reach up, little bit of lean back, open through the chest, arms are like a cactus, and just play with some angles here, really getting into that side body and that hip. They get so shortened when we sit down all day. So we're trying to create some length back into them. We come up, lift the knee up, and we're going to turn it in. Again, rotating in, my heel lifts for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Very good. And we go the other way, external rotation. You can see how crap mine is. I need to work on this. Work on your weaknesses, make them your strength. 5, 3, 2, 1. One more like that. Cool. So take the other leg back this time. So I'm taking my right leg back in my low lunge. Arms lift up. Cactus open the chest. So I pull my shoulder blades back behind me. And reaching up and reaching over. Full side body opening, juicing out the lemon. Long day, long weekend, too many beers, not enough beers, footy, you name it, you got 10 minutes, 10 minutes to feel good. Coming back up, take the right leg up this time, we go the internal rotation, flossing through those hips again. I think the biggest problem out of everything is just too much sitting. If we sit down, you know, we got to get up, move a little bit, put on a favorite song. We go outwards for 5, 4, 2, 1. Both legs, take them wide now, wide as you can. Parallel the feet off to the front. Bend down, forward fold, let the head hang heavy. And just walk the fingers from the right foot to the left foot. And if you're not on the ground, you can't make contact, you can just simply just sway with whatever range of motion you can. Checking in, legs are straight, knees aren't hyperextended. Then we'll bend into the left leg and come into almost like a Cossack kind of side variation. Or if you like a ninja, we'll just floss from side to side. Gentle little pulses, not bouncing, not forcing anything. Walk it back, maybe the heel lifts on that right foot, or you can keep it up high. This is the high variation. Or spin the heel, find the low variation. One more like that each side. One more the other way. That's it, coming back in. Hands, plant them on the floor. Walk your feet into the middle. Take your last forward fold. Exhale it all out, melt forwards. And then hands on the ground. Step the feet slightly apart, shoulder width apart. Bend into them. Notice if your squat's gotten any better, it's only been 10 minutes. Anything changed? Coming up, unfolding like a new leaf on your house plant that you get so excited for. The one that you say, come on buddy, you can do it. Unravel, let the arms come up. Little back bend, open the chest, and drop the hands. And say thank you to yourself. 10 minutes, there you go. That's all it takes. Fluid's moving, blood's moving. Feel good. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Dave. Keep killing it.